This train is for Michael Queensbury. The next stop is Michael Queensbury. This is Michael Street. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Bridgeton. We are now approaching Bridgeton. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Oh, aye, I'm the same. Aye, as I say, every cockpit is 7 months and he's busy. I know.
I was visiting my friend in the West End, so I take her over in the train and you can take your dogs into Worcester cafes.
Aye, it's great, isn't it?
It's really good.
Aye.
This is Kilmarnock. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Rutherglen. We are now approaching Rutherglen.
He's got a thing for toast. You can't leave toast lying anywhere.
Oh, maybe with the butter
This
in it or
is
something.
Rutherglen. This train is
We
for
started giving him wee dry
Blackhall.
bits, just
Next
like just wee
stop
corners,
is
and
Cumberland.
no whole slice or anything, because he's like, well, she's my girlfriend, she's more an impulse kind of buyer, and I'm so reserved that I'm now like properly looking at it. So we ended up in Wrexham to get him away down Wales. So I took it. It was like we drove down.
This is Bishop Briggs. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Lenzie. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Lenzie. We'll soon arrive at Lenzie. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. This is Airdrie. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is Coatbridge Sunnyside. We are now approaching Coatbridge Sunnyside. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Coatbridge Sunnyside. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is Shettleston. We are now approaching Shettleston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Shettleston. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is Carntine. This is Carntine. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is Belgrove. We are now approaching Belgrove. Change here for stations to Springburn. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Belgrove. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is High Street. We are now approaching High Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is High Street. This train is for Milngavie. The next stop is Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. We are now approaching Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. Change here for services from Queen Street High Level Station. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member staff. Text British Transport on 61016. Sorted. See it. See it sorted. Springburn. The next stop is Bearsden. We are now approaching Bearsden. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Bearsden. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Westerton. Approaching Westerton. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Westerton. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Annisland. Now approaching Annisland. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. Kelvindale. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Kelvindale. This train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Mary Hill. We are now approaching Mary Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Mary Hill. This train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Summerston. We are now approaching Summerston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Summerston. This train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Gilshy Hill. We are now approaching Gilshy Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Gilshy Hill. This train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Postle Park and Park House. Postle Park and Park House. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Postle Park and Park House. This train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Ashfield. We are now approaching Ashfield. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We will sort it. See it. Say it's sorted. train is for Glasgow Queen Street. The next stop is Glasgow Queen Street.
So I've got an idea. See you tomorrow, yeah?
I'm just like special. Lighting from this train. Approaching High Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is High Street. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Knell Grove. We are now approaching Knell Grove. Change here for Stations to Airdrie. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Belgrove. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Duke Street. We are now approaching Duke Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Duke Street. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Alexandra Parade. We are now approaching Alexandra Parade. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Alexandra Parade. This train is for Springburn. Next stop is Barn Hill. We are now approaching Barn Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Barn Hill. The next stop is Springburn, where this train will terminate. We are now approaching Springburn. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Springburn. This train terminates here. Please ensure that you take your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it. Say it's sorted.
We'll soon arrive at Carluke. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. This is Carluke. This train is for Glasgow Central High Level. The next station is Wishaw. This train is for Glasgow Central High Level. The next station is Wishaw. We'll soon arrive at Wishaw. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. This is Wishaw. This train is for Glasgow Central High Level. The next station is Motherwell.
This train will call at Stirling, Hell, Dunedin, Edinburgh, Marshall, and Aberdeen. The next stop is Stirling. The next stop is Stirling. Please check your luggage does not block doors, vestibules, or aisles. If you have bags, put them in one of the dedicated luggage areas, or put lighter items in the rack above your seat. If you see any unattended luggage, please tell a member of staff. Thank you for your cooperation. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff, or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Please mind the gap when leaving the train. Change here for services to Alwa, River Valley, and Dunblane. This is Stirling. This train is for Aberdeen. The next stop is Hell. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. The next stop is Hell. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it sorted. Please mind the gap when leaving the train. Change here for services to Inverness.
This is Coatdyke. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Coatbridge Sunnyside. This is Coatbridge Sunnyside. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Clare Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Blair Hill. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Easterhouse. This is Easterhouse. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Garrow Hill. This is Garrow Hill. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Shettleston. approaching Shettleston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Shettleston. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Carntine. We are now approaching Carntine. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Carntine. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Melgrove. This is Belgrove. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is High Street. Now approaching High Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is High Street. This train is for Helensburgh Central. The next stop is Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. We are now approaching Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. Change here for services from Queen Street Highland Station. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. If you see something that does not comply, please remember to protect British transport. 1616. It's sorted. See it. Say it's sorted. We are now approaching Glasgow Central. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
between the train and the platform as you leave the train. Please ensure that you take your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
I can't believe you just found it.
Get off at next one. You get off at next one. Get off at next one.
This is Charing Cross. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. This is Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is High Street.
Absolutely fine. No dash for me to read.
High Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is High Street. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Belgrove. We are now approaching Belgrove. Change here for stations to Springburn. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Carntine. This is Carntine. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Shettleston. This is Shettleston. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Garrow Hill. We are now approaching Garrow Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Garrow Hill. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Easterhouse.
Well, yeah. Right.
This is Easterhouse. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Blair Hill.
She's still got it.
Well, it was hers, I think. It was hers. You had.
This is Blair Hill. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Coatbridge Sunnyside.
No.
That'd be madness.
Now approaching Coatbridge Sunnyside. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. side. This train is for Airdrie. The next stop is Coat
We're
Dyke.
just trying to be helpful. Head was slouched forward, and she was just being sick
This
for a
is
minute.
Coat Dyke. This train is for
And this has
Airdrie. The
happened
next
before in the
stop
church
is
that she goes
Airdrie.
to as well, where there's a lot of doctors, so she's usually okay there.
Approaching Airdrie. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. Partick. Change here for stations via Euchre, stations to Milngavie, and or the subway. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Partick. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Hindland. Passenger safety information notices are located throughout this train.
So, she was like, you just didn't do.
We are now approaching Hindland. Alight here for Gartnavel Hospitals. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Hindland. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Annisland. This is Annisland. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Westerton. Approaching Westerton. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Westerton. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Drumchapel. Approaching Drumchapel. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Drumchapel. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Drumrye. Drumrye. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. Drumrye. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Singer. This is Singer. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Dunmuir. Approaching Dunmuir. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Dunmuir. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Kilpatrick. Approaching Kilpatrick. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Kilpatrick. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Bowling. Approaching Bowling. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Bowling. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Dumbarton East. This is Dumbarton East. This train is for Ballach. The next stop is Dumbarton Central. This is Dumbarton Central. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next stop is Dumbarton East. We are now approaching Dumbarton East. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Dumbarton East. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next stop is Dalmuir. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Dalmuir. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next stop is Hindland. We are now approaching Hindland. Change here for Gartnavel Hospitals. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Hindland. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next stop is Partick. We are now approaching Partick. Change here for services via Glasgow Central Low Level and for the subway. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Partick. This train is for Lark Hall. The next stop is Exhibition Centre. Exhibition Centre. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Exhibition Centre. This train is for Lark Hall. The next stop is Anderston. Now approaching Anderston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Anderston. This train is for Lark Hall. The next stop is Glasgow Central Low Level. Now approaching Glasgow Central Low Level. Change here for services from Glasgow Central High Level Station. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Please sort it. See it. Say it sorted. This is Glasgow Central low level. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Argyle Street. We are now approaching Argyle Street. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Argyle Street. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Bridgeton. Approaching Bridgeton. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. Bridgeton. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Kilmarnock. We are now approaching Kilmarnock. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Kilmarnock. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Rutherglen. Rutherglen. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Rutherglen. This train is for Blackhall. The next stop is Cambuslang. Change here for services via Uddingston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. Charing Cross. This train is for Springburn. The next stop is Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. Glasgow Queen Street Low Level. Change here for services Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
platform 6, boarding 1518 Scorpion service to Stirling. Not to make any belongings unattended. If you spot any unattended items or suspicious behaviour, then please contact the nearest member of staff or British Transport Police immediately.
We are now approaching Paisley Gilmore Street. Change here for stations to Queen's Bay and Goodwick and the bus link to Glasgow Airport. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This train is for Wales. The next stop is Johnson. This train is for the next stop is Milton Park.
Yeah, that's right. It's not been so that's
This is Milliken Park. This train is for Largs. The next stop is Howard. We are now approaching Howard. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Howard. This train is for Largs. The next stop is London.
yeah, because that's about
This train is for Largs. The next stop is London. We are now approaching Lochwinnock. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
You're a flick, mate. He ended up booking it. I didn't even think they were the same flight because he said they booked
This
like
train
a
is for
package. So they booked
Glasgow
flights
Central.
accommodation through
The
Jet
next
2
stop
as
is
opposed to
Howard.
we've obviously done it separately. I'm like, you're a flick, mate. Dope shit. Honestly, you're a
That's heavy.
I mean, I think that was the first I've seen Hannah Kenny person since.
We are now approaching Howard. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Just not hit you once. That's just it. You just need a fucking scud.
This is Howard. This train is for Glasgow Central. The next stop is Milliken Park.
My Christmas this year's a bit better. I'm finishing Boxing Day for 18 days this year.
We are now approaching Milliken Park. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
I've worked every Christmas for the last fuck. Just like fuck it. They think he's made a stop. When we turned up, we're all walking into those things. Fucking what
This is Milliken Park.
5 to 5.
This train
So,
is for
overtime.
Glasgow
And I
Central.
come back.
The next stop is
I was
Johnston.
day shift this time. And I never get away because 7 o'clock, so I have to come back and fucking clean all my kit and all that. This building's in because we get building
We are
control
now
and that.
approaching
But-
Johnston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
So it's not hang man. That's
We are now
and
approaching
the rest.
Paisley Gilmore Street. Change here for stations to Queen's Bay and Goodwick and the bus link to Glasgow Airport. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Stuff like that, so you just go, is it fucking, you just go to your gaff and just go, that's just the fucking young chucking it. Just go,
This is Paisley Gilmore Street. This train is for Glasgow Central. The next stop is Glasgow Central.
I have PTSD and all that, which I suppose some people maybe do, but
We are now approaching Glasgow Central. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Glasgow Central, where this train terminates. Please ensure that you take your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
When did these even start stopping here?
What?
When did these Dunbar trains even start stopping
I
here?
think it was when he's like moving.
Oh, is it? Right. So I've been up this line once before, and it just went Musselburgh and then Dunbar.
This is Wallingford. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Musselburgh. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Musselburgh. Due to a short platform, the doors on this carriage will not open. Please move forward to leave the train at Musselburgh. Please allow sufficient time in order to leave the train safely.
To be honest, I missed the 314s though.
I went to the farewell.
Same, same.
Yeah, I think so.
This is Musselburgh. This train is for Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Edinburgh Waverley.
Some 80s on this one.
You've still got some 380s going up North Berwick.
I prefer
This train is
80s on
for
this one.
Edinburgh Waverley.
I don't really like the 385s to be honest.
They're not bad, I just fucking hate seats.
The next station
And the
is
loudest fuck I know.
Edinburgh Waverley.
Ah,
They're
yeah.
This
even
train
louder than
terminates.
318s.
What?
They're even louder.
It's like,
We'll soon arrive at Edinburgh Waverley, which is the last station on this route. Make sure you have all your belongings with you when you board the train. If you see any unattended luggage, please tell a member of staff. Keep your ticket easily accessible to get you through the automatic ticket system. You also enjoy your ticket. Thank you for traveling ScotRail. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to a member of staff or text British Transport Police 161016.
Oh, no,
right.
there it is.
fucking
There it is.
What unit is that again?
Don't know actually.
I'll tell you in a minute. It
Let's
is
see.
226.
Aye, two.
ScotRail service to Glasgow Queen Street Highway. This service will be going at
What? It's about 3 to me.
and Glasgow Queen Street Highway. The next station is
Actually, I think that's it. I wasn't sure what it was.
I'm just gonna get us to Croy.
Announcements will be made in the relevant rear carriages on approach.
What?
Please allow sufficient time.
Get 20 Lindsay and then bus.
You feel it.
Nah, I'll be late.
I'm going to be here at 5 anyway. Well, I need to go do something for the hour, and I'll be here at 5.
Alright.
Or even 6 actually.
Alright.
With the safety poster on display in each of the carriages. If you have bags, put them in one of the dedicated luggage areas or put lighter items in the rack above
What?
your seat.
Check him out.
If you see any
Aye.
identical
Aye,
luggage,
Aye, it's amazing.
your staff.
Thank you. Cool. So I got a full text back a JD, then I went to like a shop and I was going to look for some sport direct. Didn't have it. Well, didn't have the one I wanted in the tunes.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to a member of staff or text British Transport Service on 61016.
We did say we would. Yeah, you in or out? When it comes to worried about exploding. Just doesn't want his head to explode.
No, it's not. Well, that's not the only thing, right?
Mummy, no.
This is
We can't fucking park here.
Then, wait, it's the one there.
This train is for Glasgow Queen Street High Level.
Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello, that's me. That's me. We're train back to Glasgow. Well, we're going to go for the full cup.
Right. Yeah. You can't blame
Aye.
the public for exactly.
I should be. I'm getting the right. See when I'm right, when I get the Queen Street, I'm getting the 1658 back to Hamilton because and I get I'm going to get Street for this one because it's closer. It's closer to Street than it is to Central. And I should be home for say roughly about 4:45, 6 o'clock. Mine's is 63.
I didn't know that Dad said to it from Why don't you guys I know we don't bed.
We'll soon arrive at Linwood Hills, please.
Nathan, would you like to footage of
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train.
Tell you enthusiastic, so that makes it better. Yeah, do you want it?
This is Linwood Hills. Can't find the stuff.
what?
Can't find the stuff.
That's because I'm connected.
This train
Yeah.
is for Glasgow Queen Street High
Top up your
Level.
phone.
The next station is Pullman. We'll soon arrive at Pullman. station is Salford High.
That bit will fucking affect us.
Aye. Hopefully no though.
Aye.
Hopefully that doesn't affect us.
Aye. Go look at the Twitter. She's
This train is for Glasgow Queen Street High Level. The next station is Cross.
That's dicey up in there. That is bad. Aye. That is bad.
That is go fucking
Aberdeen.
So you've never got one at That's the end of the story.
It's endangering the dinosaurs and the humans.
That's a fucking 8 car. Fucking lucky bastards.
No, that. I think that was 7.
7?
Because it can't be 7. No, that's fine. It's 6, 7 or 8. I don't care. That was
Aye.
no license fucking 6.
They never run 7 cars.
Sometimes, well, they used to do that when they first did it.
When they first done Artellus, they did. Same with the 380s when they ran here, they had 7 coaches every time.
Right. I'm pretty sure I've seen a 7 car one, but it would have been a while back.
Aye, bang like.
But not like when they first sent to service, but like, talking about like, even though they had the 8 carriages, they still had 7, like, the 7 carriages, but it must have been a fucking van.
Aye.
We are now approaching this area. Please line the gap for leaving the train.
Shows you state this day. How good today? Something so simple.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train. This train is for Glasgow Central. The next stop is Kennis Head. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. We are now approaching Kennis Head. Mind the gap between leaving the The next stop is Collection West. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. We are now approaching Collection West. Collection West. This train is for Glasgow Central. The next stop is Scotland. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. We are now approaching Scotland. Please mind the gap when leaving the train. This is Scotland. This train is for Glasgow Central. The next stop is Glasgow Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. This is Glasgow Central, where this train terminates. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. Please ensure that you take your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
train is for Lanark. The next station is Cambuslang. You'll soon arrive at Cambuslang. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
Sorry, do you know the various Morrison's Cambuslang?
No, I don't know, mate, sorry.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform as you leave the train. Change here for services via Uddingston.